Okay. Uh, Morning. Um, Thank you very much for Turku and PerkinElmer for giving me and my colleagues have chance to be here. And thank you for Dr. Idario and Vinci for their lovely happy ending story. And Dr. Flavio for newborn screening in Brazil. I have to say I love Neymar and Brazil football match. Uh, I best visit to Brazil for FIFA World Cup. Uh, I go back to my presentation today. Uh, I want to talk about national scheme for newborn screening in Vietnam. And as you see the picture, that's my one of my patients. Uh, he have finished all everything, and you see the cone head, the specific icon of Vietnam. And for a long time, the Vietnam government have a commitment for to improve the quality and sustainable happiness for each individual, family, community, and population. And for more than 10 years, we do premarital marital screening, prenatal screening, and newborn screening as a whole. And at my hospital, uh, about 20 years, we do all of these things. Even though in the past, the economy of Vietnam were very difficult. And as you see here in the legislation, a commitment from the government, from the resolution, the bill, we have the bill of population uh, in 2017 and go into submit to the National Assembly. We have the decision on the protocol of prenatal and newborn screening by the Ministry of Health. And just last year, we have a circular for counseling, screening, diagnosis, and treatment for prenatal and newborn screening. We have a quite a comprehensive basis uh, standard of legal to do the prenatals and newborn. Uh, as you see on the timeline here, long time ago, 20 years before, uh, the National Hospital of Street in Hanoi capital have do the screening trial. Well, and later, the TU hospital in my hospital, TU hospital is the biggest maternity hospital in Vietnam. Uh, we do the prenatal screening trial, but until up to 2005, uh, we do the screening all newborns at my hospital. At that time, we have 30,000 babies born in my hospital. We do all the CS, CAS, G6PD, and we also do the biochemistry for prenatal screening and ultrasound. And in 2007, the Ministry of Health or the Population General Office at that time officially launched the national scheme for prenatal and newborn screening and only established on 20 provinces. In Vietnam, we have 63 provinces and cities and more than about 65 ethnics in Vietnam. And we only do newborn screening for G6PD deficiency and CS for free for the poor. For other disease, the patient and the people have to pay. And one special thing that in Vietnam, the health insurance only cover for treatment. And anything belong to screening is charged. That means the people have to pay for screening. Uh, until 2010, Ministry of Health launched the protocol for prenatal and newborn screening and diagnosis. So from that, every hospital in the country follow that protocol, and we also do the same thing in our hospital. Up to 2017, that's 10 years, we enhance the socialization That means the patient have to pay, and the subsidy or the free, the newborn screening free for free is very minimal, very low, just minimalism. And until 2020, in the near future, we have to be expand to in inborn error metabolism. That's a straight timeline. Uh, Vietnam, the country of, have the chef like the beautiful woman with the corn hat. You see here, it's just like corn hat and the women here. And we divide the country into 4 areas for center of screening for the whole country. The function of the newborn screening center to establish the network of screening for training, guiding, and instructing lower health station and lower health hospital to do the screening. We consulting and educating people, medical doctor, medical worker, and providing screening tests. And of course, we have to monitor and support the lower health institution to work correctly to the national protocol. This is how the network of newborn and prenatal screening work from the General Office of Population and Family Planning. They will support the screening center, the 4 screening center. The 4 screening center will work with the province population department and district population center. For the whole country, we have 662 population center. They will work with the hospital of the province district on. We have the center of reproductive health to collect the sample, to do the communication, to do the education campaign for people, for medical college, and all the sample will send to the screening center to do the laboratory work, and for abnormal case, we will provide counseling and refer to pediatric hospitals. And here is the logistics of newborn specimen and screening. Everything will work on the website base. That means the population department will provide material like specimen collection card, things to do the specimen collection, and the local hospital will collect the sample and send to the hospital to you, and to you hospital will do the laboratory test and submit the result on the website, feedback to the population department, and we have the roundabout like that, and everything can look at a website real time. Some activity of the district hospital and population center, we do the communication campaign, education for medical workers, for population collaborators. We do the training for specimen collection, and we do the specimen collection at the hospital of the province and the hospital district, or even health station. Some picture of the training for hierarchic technique for midwives, nurses, and population workers. Here in the province. And this is the flow chart of the newborn screening from specimen collection, mailing address to the newborn screening center, do the laboratory test, and we have the GSP here, the new one in my lab. It's a good one, a lovely one. However, for Vietnamese, we are low, not very tall. So sometimes we have to have a tool here to grab up. Oh, I'm sorry, but in the next 10 years, we should be better. However, it's a lovely girl. We can touch on that, we can touch her. Okay. And this is the website of the results. And we can see the script statistic on that, the real-time results, checking normal, abnormal or something, or we mail the hard copy of reports to the hospital. Here the website, and I have to say that this website very uh, working very efficiently because people from everywhere in my belong to my training center from the remote area on the island or in the forest can follow the website before the result come back to their family. We have a dashboard statistics, real time follow. The green dot is normal, green dot, red dot is abnormal, yellow dot is follow up, need to recheck. Document and guideline we can download here for guideline of screening, the video of health break, and a guideline for counseling, and it's needed. We can bring the report from the website, and we join to the external quality assurance for both newborn screening and prenatal screening. The most important part is supervision of the local hospital, whether they do the protocol right or wrong is very important because follow the result through years. Some some area work seem not very good, and the results, the abnormal rate quite higher than other areas, so we can recognize who's better, who worse. And we have tools for checking the procedure. It's a checklist for training and supervision from the Hilbert technique, specimen handling, counseling, and abnormal case. So every time we go to the local hospital, we give them the checklist, and they can check each other and give it the list already checked, and we know how good they can do. And for the patient treatment compliance, this is the patient I presented to you last year, and here is one of my colleagues. He passed away. He one of the first person did the newborn screening, and he the CS patient. He very good. She very good now. This is a CS patient, very smart. Already, although she had a congenital hypothyroidism, but very smart. At that time, she only 4 years old, and she can read. Very good one. And some results from the whole nation screening. The first column is the live birth and newborn screening total for each year. And here, from the general population, they divide the country into 6 areas: Northern Mountains, Red River Delta, Central area, Highland area, Southeast area, not Southeast Asian, not Southeast Asia, but Southeast area of Vietnam, and Mekong Delta. And you see here, this is the whole number for country and the Southeast area. Even though there are only 6 provinces, but the number always the biggest rural years. And the mountains, the most difficult area, it has a very low number. And we can see some very noisy chart here. Very noisy. The red one is the whole country percentage, the rate of the whole country. Up to 2017, there are 37 of newborn were swine. Why the southeast area of Vietnam have the biggest race, about 60% were swine. And the worst is the mountain, the northern mountains, very low here. Here is the number of covered by the scheme, that's mean free. Newborns screening for free. The number for free here of the whole country from in the dark, the red line here, drop down. And in the next few years, it's going to zero because the country have no money to support for newborn screening according to the insurance law, and the people have to pay for newborn screening. We call that socialization. That the people will join into newborn screening program. And for my hospital, it's simply going to zero here. So in my hospital now, almost zero. The newborn screening for free, almost 0%. Very low here. But the number of my hospital is very high. This is started in the 6 years period from 2017 to 2070. That's we have here for 6 years we have more than about 1,500,000 maybe more were screened, and here the rise of congenital hypothyroidism is about 1/2,000. The G6PD deficiency is about 1/200. For the CAS, the rate here is not reliable because sometimes some hospital do CAS, some other hospital not do CAS, so the number here is not reliable. And here is the newborn screening result at my hospital, TU hospital, the center number 3 of screening. You can see here the number, the blue line here very high because at that time we have newborn screening for free. But after that, almost nothing for free. We drop down, but we going up. And people are very happy to joining newborn screening with charge. Sometimes in my city, people don't like things for free because they believe that what's it free is not good. Yeah. This is some abnormal, right? Here is the achievement of TU hospital. We have the merit from the Minister of Health for newborn screening. Here is some of my patients, very good one. They are now go to primary school, very intelligent, CH patient. We have some difficulty in approach. The poor and the remote area people can hardly to access the newborn screening. And you see here in the picture here, in the mountain here, only one house, and far away have the other house. And the transportation very difficult to collect the sample and to send the sample to the screening center. We may miss some people like this. And people here is very difficult in finance, so they may not afford for newborn screening. We have incomprehensive management because they are very poor. Sometimes they have no phone, no address, no face, no name, no number. So we can call them when we found that the result is abnormal. and they cannot afford for treatment for IEM. Just ideal story, very, very expensive for Vietnamese people. And we have a very limited screening panel. At the current protocol, we only screen for G6PD, deficiency, CS, and CAH. For IEM, based on MSMS, now in Vietnam, there are 3 hospitals do that. But the fact that the number of people joining for IEM screening, very few, only a few, not more than a few. So the meaning of the program is not comprehensive in this situation. And before we finish, we can see here is in my picture. You see a little boy with a motorbike riding on a mountain, and the little baby, they wander around the mountain, no education, malnutrition. So it's hardly to get newborn screening before the nutrition is enough. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Han. Well, very, very nice.